Have you ever found yourself stuck in the past or worrying about the future? You're not alone. We all struggle with this from time to time. But what if there is a way to find peace and happiness by simply living in the present moment? That's the idea explored in The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, a spiritual teacher and author who has sold over 30 million copies of his books worldwide. In this video, we will look at the key ideas from The Power of Now and how they can help us live a more peaceful life. So let's dive in. Number 1, the pain body. Have you ever experienced physical pain? If so, you know that it's never fun. But did you know that emotional pain can be just as real and just as powerful? In his book, Tolle tells us that the pain body is a buildup of negative emotions, such as shame, fear, guilt, and grief that we have experienced in the past. These emotions don't go away on their own. Instead, they stay in our body and create a kind of energy field around us that makes us feel bad. This pain body can grow and become stronger over time, making it harder and harder to feel good. It can make us act in ways that we don't even want to do, because it's like there's this dark cloud hanging over us all the time. But the good news is that we don't have to let the pain body win. By becoming aware of it and understanding how it works, we can start to heal and move forward. One way to do this is through mindfulness meditation, which can help us to become more aware of our emotions and thoughts without judgment. When we notice the pain body trying to take over, we can choose to observe it without reacting, and it will eventually dissipate. Number 2, ego. If you ask any group of people for their definition of the word ego, you will likely receive a variety of responses. Some may say it is about self-importance, while others may describe it as a sense of identity. However, when it comes to psychology, the ego is best defined as the part of the psyche that develops in early childhood and serves as the bridge between our conscious mind and our unconscious mind. Our ego helps us to interact with the outside world and interpret information that we receive from our senses. It is important to note that the ego is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it is essential for our survival. It allows us to function in society and interact with other people. However, when the ego becomes too strong, it can cause problems. People with inflated egos may believe that they are better than others and may have difficulty working collaboratively. They may also be resistant to change and unable to cope with stress. Therefore, it is important to keep our ego in check and to be aware of its limitations. There are several techniques that can help us to do this, such as mindfulness meditation and cognitive behavioral therapy. By learning how to manage our ego, we can become more well-rounded individuals and better equipped to handle the challenges that life throws our way. 3, desire and craving. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rat race and forget to appreciate the present moment. Many of us spend our days working hard to achieve our goals, whether it's getting a promotion, buying a new car, or finding true love. And when we finally reach those goals, we often find ourselves feeling empty and unfulfilled. Why is it that we can never seem to be satisfied? According to Tolle, it's because we are constantly chasing after desire and craving instead of appreciating what we already have. Desire is the longing for something that we think will make us happy, but it's actually craving that creates inner turmoil and a dissatisfaction. When we crave something, we are essentially trying to fill a void inside of us. But this void can never be filled because it's not something that can be bought or achieved. It's something that needs to be cultivated from within. Once we realize that desire and craving are not the path to happiness, we can start to focus on cultivating contentment in the present moment. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't set goals or strive to achieve anything. It simply means that we should learn to appreciate the journey and be grateful for what we have now. Number 4, mind. The human mind is a powerful tool that can be used to create a positive or negative experience. When we are in a state of negativity, it can feel as though we are trapped in a cycle of unhappiness. However, according to Tolle, this is not necessarily the case. He suggests that we have the power to change our experience by changing the way we use our minds. For example, if we are focusing on negative thoughts and emotions, we will create a negative experience for ourselves. However, if we choose to focus on positive thoughts and emotions, we can create a positive experience, even in difficult circumstances. To make this mindset shift, it is important to become aware of our thought patterns and to challenge negative thoughts. We can also cultivate positive emotions through practices such as gratitude, meditation, and acts of kindness. By doing so, we can break free from the cycle of negativity and create a more positive and fulfilling life for ourselves. Number 5, love. The power of love is a universal truth that has been spoken about by countless philosophers and spiritual leaders throughout history. Yet despite its importance, love is often misunderstood and misused. In his book, The Power of Now, Tolle offers a unique perspective on what love is and how it can transform our lives. Tolle teaches that love is the most powerful force in the universe, and yet it is often blocked by our ego and our attachment to the material world. When we truly love someone, we don't possess them or try to control them. Instead, we accept them for who they are and allow them to be free. This kind of love is unconditional, and it is the only kind of love that can bring us lasting happiness. In order to tap into the power of love, we must first let go of our ego and our attachment to the material world. This can be challenging, but it is ultimately worth it, because love is the key to living a life of joy, peace, and abundance. And number 6, compassion. As humans, we are all capable of great acts of kindness and compassion. However, sometimes we can find it difficult to extend that compassion to ourselves. We may be our own worst critic, and we may hold ourselves to unrealistic standards. This can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and self-blame. However, as Tolle reminds us, compassion is the key to unlocking our true potential and living a life that is both fulfilling and joyful. When we learn to extend compassion towards ourselves, we are able to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to others. This allows us to forgive ourselves for past mistakes and to move forward with confidence and optimism. Ultimately, by embracing compassion, we can create a more positive and fulfilling life for ourselves and those around us. And number 7, happiness. Happiness is a universal human desire, something that we all strive for, but may not fully understand. Tolle suggests that happiness is not a goal to be reached, but rather a state of being that arises from living in the present moment. When we are focused on the past or future, we are only creating anxiety and worry for ourselves. However, When we bring our attention back to the here and now, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and joy. Tolle teaches that happiness is a natural byproduct of living a life that is in alignment with our deepest values and beliefs. It is when we are able to let go of our ego and our attachment to material possessions that we are truly free to experience the happiness that is available to us in each and every moment. So, these were some of the key takeaways from The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.